Very good morning, dear students. It's me, Danish Shastri, Faculty of Social Science. Dear students, today I am going to describe civil disobedience movement. And you know that civil disobedience movement is very important and remarkable event in Indian history. And civil disobedience movement was the movement that was started by Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, when he went to Dandi village and broke salt law. Okay, and this civil disobedience movement is a very important in Indian history, and many questions regarding civil disobedience movement come in different examination. So today I am going to describe four very important aspects of civil disobedience movement. One is causes of civil disobedience movement. Second is features of civil disobedience movement, and third one is suspension of civil disobedience movement, and fourth one is significance of civil disobedience movement. So first question arises that why civil disobedience movement was started by Gandhiji in the year of 1930. Okay, so these are 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5 reasons. So there are 5 causes behind the civil disobedience movement. First reason is arrival of Simon Commission in the year of 1928. You know that Simon Commission, in which 8 British members were included. So Simon Commission that was having 8 or 7 Britishers. So they came to India to look into constitutional reform in India, but Indians became very disappointed and very disillusioned by British government because not a single Indian was included in Simon Commission. Okay, therefore protest and demonstration started to grow against civil disobedience movement. So it was the first reason. Okay, second reason was Declaration of Purna Swaraj, Lahore Session 1929. You know what is the importance of Lahore Session in Indian history? Lahore Session was presided by Jawaharlal Nehru, first Prime Minister of India, and in Lahore Session it was decided that India was going to strive for complete independence, and India would seek complete independence and Purna Swaraj. And you know very well that it was also decided that Indians would observe Independence Day in 1930 in next year. So it was also one of the reasons behind the civil disobedience movement. And third reason was refusal of 11 demands of Gandhiji by Irving. You know that Lord Irving was Viceroy of India, and Lord Irving had rejected list of 11 demands made by Gandhiji. So that incident and event also infuriated, also enraged Indian people. So this was also one of the reasons. Okay, and next one is the impact of Great Depression. You know very well what is the importance of Great Depression in the economy of world. Great Depression was a period of time when United States of America, whether UK, France, and Germany, European countries, Asian countries, North American countries, South American countries, so economy of all countries broke down and complete slowdown started in economic growth during Great Depression. And you know that what was the impact of Great Depression in India? Due to Great Depression, Indian farmers and villagers suffered a lot, and they wanted reduction in revenue and taxes. But British government was not ready to give any waiver in taxes and revenue. Understood? So due to Great Depression, Indian farmers and Indian villagers did not get any relief from British government in terms of taxes and revenues. Therefore, vague offer of dominion status for India by Irving 1929. In the year of 1929, Lord Irving, Viceroy of India, had promised that he would give dominion status for India. It means that Indian would be free and Indian would enjoy some kind of autonomy in India. But it was only a promise, and that promise was never made and never fulfilled. So these were few very important reasons behind the civil disobedience movement. Therefore, Gandhiji decided to disobey British government in India by breaking some specific laws that were considered as injustice and unequal and inhuman. So this was reasons behind the civil disobedience movement. And now I am going to describe features of civil disobedience movement. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 very important features of civil disobedience movement. One very important feature was that farmers and villagers rejected and refused to pay chowkidari taxes in village area, in Agadh area, also in Magadh, and in all over India, farmers and villagers rejected to pay chowkidari taxes. This was one of the very important significance. Second, violation of forest laws. Okay, and people living in forest areas, they also participated in civil disobedience movement, and they also broke forest laws. They deliberately entered in reserved forest and they broke that law. This was very important. And second feature is participation of women in Dharasana Satyagraha. And you know that women also started to participate in huge number in civil disobedience movement. And Sarojini Naidu, who is a very famous English poet of India, she also led a Satyagraha in which 300 people participated. Okay, and they started to go to Arabian Sea, and they wanted to break salt law in the way in which Mahatma Gandhi had broken salt law in Dandi area. And you know what happened? So police repression started, and 300 people were beaten and they were humiliated. Okay, so in the civil disobedience movement, we also see overwhelming participation of women. Next one is boycott of foreign clothes and liquor shops. Okay, foreign clothes were also boycotted and liquor shops were also picketed and also boycotted because Indian wanted to slow down economic growth of British government in India, because in non-cooperation movement, Indian had understood that government of British government would only survive with their cooperation, with their help. Otherwise, in non-cooperation movement, they had also boycotted foreign goods. They had also started to wear khadi clothes. In the same way, in civil disobedience movement, they also boycotted foreign clothes and liquor shops. And next one is deliberate breach of salt law by Gandhiji. And Gandhiji, you know very well, Gandhiji went to Dandi and he covered around 400 kilometer journey, 385 kilometer journey from Ahmedabad, Sabarmati Ashram to Dandi, and he broke salt law by making salt from the water of Arabian Sea. So these are 5 very important features of civil disobedience movement. And in next, I am going to describe suspension of civil disobedience movement. So civil disobedience movement was also suspended by Gandhiji, like non-cooperation movement was suspended by Gandhiji. After Indian people had lost their passion, their zeal, and their enthusiasm. Therefore, Gandhiji decided to suspend civil disobedience movement. It was one of the reasons: public fatigue and slow down. Second reason was that Gandhiji saw and Gandhiji heard and saw increasing incidents of violence. And you know that Gandhiji was worshipper of ahimsa, and you know the 300 people were beaten, Satyagrahi were beaten in Gujarat when they were marching towards a particular place to break sword law under the leadership of Sarojini Naidu. Okay, and third one is Gandhi-Arvind Pact, and you know that Gandhi-Arvind Pact. So this pact was signed between Gandhiji and between Lord Irwin in the year of 1931, in which Lord Irwin demanded Gandhiji that if Gandhiji suspended civil disobedience movement, so Lord Irwin would release political prisoners, and Lord Irwin also would give a free right to manufacture salts, and would also remove taxes and revenues on salt law. So these were few important reasons behind the suspension of civil disobedience movement. And now, significance of civil disobedience movement, importance of civil disobedience movement, effect of civil disobedience movement. There are 5 very important aspects of civil disobedience movement. Okay, you know that Lord Irwin had accepted to release political prisoners. So, release of political prisoners. So, hundreds of political prisoners were released after suspension of civil disobedience movement. So, this is one of the significance. Second is permission of free collection and manufacturing of salt. And you know that salt, revenue and tax of salt was removed, and free permission was given to collect salt or to manufacture salt. It was a big move, and it became possible only due to civil disobedience movement. And third one, dissatisfaction with British government. During civil disobedience movement, India had realized that British government won't go to give any relief to India, and Indian would snatch independence and freedom from the mouth of damn British government. So it was the time when the sky became very clear, very crystal clear, in which India can see what would be their future. So they became totally disappointed and disillusioned with the British government. Second one is creation of deep political consciousness and patriotism. And during civil disobedience movement, villagers, farmers, North Indian, South Indian, poor, rich, literate, illiterate, educated, non-educated, all Indians started to feel about nationalism, about patriotism, and a deep political consciousness, deep political consciousness emerged in their mind, and political consciousness became very common among the masses. And next one is realization of constitutional reform and enactment of Government of India Act 1935. And after civil disobedience movement, Lord Irwin Viceroy of India had realized that it was the time when British government should have taken a very important measures in the field of political reform. Otherwise, a very big problem in the form of complete revolution might occur. Therefore, British government enacted very famous law, Government of India Act in 1935, and according to that law, many reformation and many new things were included. Okay, and the right to vote was also given right to vote was given, and diarchy system was also removed, and federal system was introduced in India, in which power was distributed between central government and between state government. So these were very important aspect of civil disobedience movement. Dear students, I hope that you have understood very well and all four important aspects of civil disobedience